Hey guys, thanks for joining me today. We're going to talk a little bit about some goal setting basics, some ideas that'll help you understand what goals are, how to set them, and why we would want to go about that process. So I'm sure there have been people in your life, friends, family, parents, who have told you that you should pursue certain things, whether it's going to a certain school or pursuing some type of graduate program. Parents want you to be doctors and lawyers and all this kind of stuff. And so you may have a number of goals in your mind already that aren't necessarily appropriate for what you want to accomplish. And so the first thing, the number one most basic premise of setting a goal is that a goal needs to be something that is important enough to you for you to spend a substantial amount of time working on it. So it needs to be something that you want to work towards, that's ultimately going to fulfill you and make you happy. So if there's something that you're thinking about accomplishing or pursuing and you know that it's not going to bring that fulfillment for you, then maybe you should refocus and try to pick some other goals that are going to make some more sense for you. So a goal is something that's important. It's something that we're going to spend time working towards. And what I like to tell people to think about is I want you to imagine 5, 10, or even more years from now. And I want you to imagine that you're looking in a mirror. What types of qualities or traits does the person looking back at you have? So in order to think about how to set goals, you need to think about the type of person you ultimately want to be years down the road. What type of person are you going to be happy becoming? What traits does that person have? And if you start with those traits and ideas, that can give you a better sense of what goals would be appropriate for that individual. From there, what you want to ultimately look at is your purpose or your underlying vision for yourself. And you can start with really loose ideas. Maybe you want to get healthier, or maybe you want to become a better student. Maybe you want to start your own business. And these are ideas that can start to turn into more specific goals. And I'm going to give you some strategies a little bit later on for how exactly to define those things. But for now, start with very basic ideas and concepts. What type of things do you want to do? What type of person do you want to become? And start to jot down these ideas. Once you're able to start to lay these things out and you get a better sense of the things that you ultimately want to accomplish, then we can start to use the more concrete systems that I'm going to teach you next in order to actually define your goals and create a system that keeps you accountable for pursuing them. Until next time, guys, thank you for joining me.